Norfolk Island is a tiny 8km by 5km island located between Australia and New Zealand in the middle of the South Pacific Ocean, a place where history, culture, friendship and community abound. Less than 3 hours flying from Sydney, Brisbane or Auckland, the island boasts a pristine environment with beautiful beaches, a rugged coastline, World Heritage convict sites and a national park and reserve dotted with the iconic Norfolk Island pines, offering a myriad of sights and activities, comfortable accommodation, friendly local people and a subtropical climate. Norfolk Island is the perfect location for outrigging canoe racing. What a warm welcome to Day 2 of NOC the Rock. Today is the blessing day. The event village is filling quickly as a crowd gathered at the Emily Bay venue to be part of the 2015 NOC the Rock canoe blessing ceremony. The ceremony was extra special for members of the club, the Norfolk Island Waha Outrigger Club. The 12 V6 canoes and V1s were generously funded by the Norfolk Island community and supporters. In 2005, a group of Norfolk Islanders went up to Tahiti for the inaugural Bounty Day celebration with our cousins at Mahina. Up at Mahina, one of the cousins, Leslie, gave a plan of a 6-man canoe, presented it to the group. Brian Adams, Goller, he brought the plan back and we sat on it on Norfolk for a few years, and then Pauline and Tioiti Bath, they bought, when they came to Norfolk Island, they brought with them the knowledge and the paddle experience from Tahiti. So they got involved with John Christian and Goller, and they decided, right, we've got this plan, we've got the knowledge, let's start building a canoe. So Norfolk, out of that, we had our first Vaha, or as we say on Norfolk, Waha, and we had a 4-man. That 4-man is now down in Emily Bay. Mark's parents from Aokra, they came to Norfolk, they saw the Tuwharoa, the 4-man at Emily Bay, and they were excited about seeing an outrigger on the island. They went and seen John Christian, and then he directed them to the travel centre. The travel centre then said, yeah, let's go from have an idea. Let's make a race on the island. She presented that concept with talking to Mark to the outrigger little community we had on the island. Mark flew over, he presented it in person. I wasn't here at that time, I was flying out on the plane he came in on. When I come back, everyone who went to that meeting with Mark said, yeah, we can do this. A couple of months later, we all sat down, we done the risk assessment, and we all looked at each other and said, why do we want to do this? There was, some people said, we want to see the sport grow on the island, we want to see junior developments, we want to see a different demographic of people coming. Every one of those people I talked to, they had the same end result. They wanted to see a big NOC event and an outrigger community grow. So we decided, right, let's go for it. We'll do the Norfolk Ocean Challenge. This will help us. And it did. It was the spark that we needed, and it just went bang.
Mark Forbes here, National President of Aokra. It's happy to report that we're here at Lone Pine, Emily Bay, and it's an absolutely glorious day for the 32k race around Norfolk. The last people that ever paddle around Norfolk were the Polynesians, and that was a hell of a long time ago. So here we are creating history with our sport, and it's a very exciting day for not only us but for the community and all the sponsors. The sponsors have been absolutely brilliant for this event. Last night we had the canoes rigged, and there was a big trough going to come through, so the call was to de-rig the canoes at Lone Pine because we'll have to move them to Cascade. But some of the local fishermen said, look, I can't tell you what it's going to do, but don't de-rig the canoes, because Norfolk being Norfolk, we could wake up to a pristine day. Lo and behold, that's what we've done. So we're not going from Cascade, we're actually back to Lone Pine, original plan at Emily Bay, and it looks like a perfect day. Wind's getting up later in the day, probably 10 to 15, but at the moment only about 6 knots, so with a bit of a southwesterly swell. So it's going to be an awesome event.
A red flag to come to the line and a green flag to go. The general rule of thumb is if you can see a rock that's kind of close to this island, you are on the outside of it. Have fun.
beautiful race. We had a really good crew. We worked together, we blended. But honestly, the best part of it was embracing the scenery. The water was absolutely beautiful. Everyone that's put the race together, all the sponsors, all the investors that helped make it all happen is what's made this race happen. And definitely want to come back. It was well worth it, well organized, and woohoo! Don't want to leave. Thank you.
This is all-round joy. Just spectacular scenery. We couldn't have asked for a better day with an island of beautiful people and a beautiful day, and it was just fantastic.
It's an unreal race. Like, you couldn't ask for a better day. We woke up this morning and not a breath of wind. There was a lot of talk of the weather blowing up, but couldn't ask for a better day to race, and she was a fairly easy race. Some of the crews did it tougher here, but no, it was a very, very cruisy race. Out of probably 10 in technicality, we rated about a 2 or a 3, so it was good. Everyone seems to have a good time. Everyone's got in nice and safe, and unreal for the first one. So the boats went really well. I'm really impressed with the way the boats are set up.
The key thing we do is we have fun, and today we took the fun meter to 11.
We saw a turtle, so that was good luck.
Down here at Kingston, the swell is out of control. It's too rough and too big to hold the event. It's too unsafe. The location was originally designed to go straight out around Phillip Island and back into Emily Bay. We have now taken it to Cascade, where we'll load the canoes on slings into the water. They'll be transported out to boats waiting to put them on a drift line. The crews will then be transported to their boats, and the race will start directly out the front of the pier. The race will go east towards a stone that Norfolk Island is called George and Isaacs. They will turn on George and Isaacs, and then they will head down to Captain Cook. They will turn at Captain Cook, come through the islets around the north face of the island, up around Redstone, under the arch. They will turn at Honeys and beeline for the finish straight back at the Cascade Pier. Waterware and welcome to race day 3 of the Norfolk Ocean Challenge. The format for today has changed a little bit due to the conditions. We are no longer going to race the 250 sprints. We are going to do a pursuit race. The times will be added up to determine who will be the winner.